Hey Soup, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to rune Taor, the water Chimera. And basically in these how to rune videos, I go over what they're useful for, what they offer, their pros, their cons, their early and late game rune sets, subset priorities, their alternatives, what you can use instead of them, and their overall rating at the very end. Okay, so a lot to get into on these videos, so just to get right into it, as far as what they're useful for, what Taor is useful for, is mainly DB10, GB10, Arena offense, and Guild War offense. That's where he shines throughout the game. He also offers an AoE slow plus a freeze, dots off his skill 1, and then a single target damage nuke. That's what he's giving you. So again, AoE freeze and slow. Okay, it actually freezes just the monster that you focus on and slows the rest of them that you don't focus on. He also gives you squall damage, and then the dots come from his turn 1. Okay? Now what are his pros? His pros that he awakens into crit rate. Immediately when you awaken into crit rate on a nuke monster, it makes it 10 times easier to rune just by having that 15% extra crit rate. It's really, really nice. Also, his damage is increased based on his speed. So not only would it scale off of his attack power, but it also scales off his max HP, which is amazing and allows him to do extreme amounts of damage just off his turn 2 skill. As you can see, the faster your attack speed, the greater damage becomes. Attack speed is increased for 2 turns. So after you increase it, then it's increased for 2 turns. And actually, the best part about it is this is on a 2-turn skill cooldown. So you'll use maybe this one once, then you'll go back to this with the increased attack speed. So it's a self buff. He also has high base attack power at 911. It's really nice. The higher attack power, the more damage you can do. Last, for his cons, he has a little bit of a lackluster leader skill. It's 50% HP to all water monsters. It doesn't really get used a whole lot. It is good everywhere. You might use it in Guild Wars sometimes, but definitely not on Arena offense. And he's really not a tank monster to build him with like a stall, Arena, Camilla type arena defense. So it just doesn't really fit anywhere, unfortunately. Maybe Guild Wars, that's about it. Also, he has low splash damage from his 3rd skill. So the damage that goes to the other monsters that you don't target on his 3rd skill, it's very, very lackluster damage. It's actually half the damage of what you do on the original monster. He also has low base speed at 95, which makes it harder to get that faster speed to do that more damage off of his 2nd skill, Squall. Okay? For his runes, early game I would say either Fatal or Swift as the main set, Blade as the offset. If you have Blade with that 12% increase in attack or increase in crit rate, plus the 15% that you get automatically, and then the 15% that you awaken into, that's 42% crit rate without even worrying about any substats. So it's really, really easy when using Blade as the secondary offset rune. Okay, it's the same thing for both mid and late game and early game. You're going to want to go attack, crit damage, attack. You may split or switch the slot 2 rune with speed instead of attack percent. If you need more speed, that's perfectly fine. If you can get the speed from the substats, go attack percent slot 2. Okay, so that everything else is pretty much set in stone. Crit damage slot 4, attack percent slot 6, speed or attack percent slot 2. For late game though, you want to build him on either Violent, Rage, Swift, or Fatal 2, but mainly Violent, Rage, or Swift are going to give you the best output, the best bang for your buck, and then Will or Blade for the offset. I say Will because if you're using him in Guild Wars, you're going to want him to be on Will because it's a primary rune for Guild Wars. For substat priorities, you're going to want to make sure you get your crit rate up to at least like 85-90%. Speed would be your next next priority, of course, because you want to have at least like plus 80 speed, plus 90 speed to make sure you're getting the most out of that turn, that skill 2, and then attack percent after that, crit damage percent after that. Okay, I can't even talk today, but it is what it is. Team combinations for dragons and giants, I see a lot of good things with Galleon, of course, double Tarks and a Vertihile, mainly for dragons for Vertihile. And then for giants, you can go like Lucians with Galleon and Taor, and that's about it. Like, it's super easy to have his combinations with him. Alternatives, though, in those situations for giants and dragons is Sigmar, Stella, and Theomars. Those are the main 3 that are going to be like all interchangeable with Taor. Okay. His overall rating, though, I would give him a 4 out of 5. He does a lot of damage. He's very useful in a lot of aspects of the game. He can help you in a lot of different things, and you'd be lucky to have him. So if you guys have him, definitely congratulations. But I want to show you guys real quick one build that a friend of mine has, and he is in my guild. I'm just going to go here and show you guys his Taor and how he is runed. Okay, so AK-47, he's pretty much a G3 player. I would say he's a G3 player. And this is his Taor here. Okay, it's Fatal Blade. This is how I said you should rune it early game, but he even does it late game, end game G3 player. And the reason why is because his stats on these runes are probably far outseating the Violent, the Rage, or whatever else, or he's using those runes on different monsters that might be more important, because Taor is really specific for dungeons. And if you can do the dungeons with the runes that you have on the Taor, just leave it. It's fine. It doesn't have to be amazing. Okay, but just take a look. Here's his 1 slot. Everything you need: attack, crit damage, crit rate, and speed. Okay, you're gonna see that throughout the entire thing. All right, and that's all it is. That's all it is. Easy peasy. You guys can farm this early game from just giants, right? Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you learned how to rune Taor today, all the different options and variations of what to do on him, and just to see, that's a speed slot too. But anyway, guys, if you have a Taor or have someone that, or know someone that has a Taor that's wondering how to rune him, definitely share this video with them. It definitely helps me out. It helps them out. It helps everybody out. It helps the community out, and I really appreciate that. As always, stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and if you want to join the soup, just hit that subscribe button. Anyway, guys, peace later, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, because really, why not? I also infest other areas of the internet like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram, but the best place to ask me a question or just to tell me how much you hate me would be during my live stream every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you guys there, and as always, stay soupy and don't be potatoes.